Target is one of the most popular general merchandise retailers in America. Almost everyone living in the States has shopped at a Target before. Because the store gets so much traffic, it's a hotbed for disturbing activity. From shoplifting, to bomb threats, to paranormal activity, Target stores have seen it all. Here are some videos that capture just some of the most disturbing things to happen at a Target store. Thieves set fire to Target store. In this video, 3 thieves tried to think outside the box as they made an attempt to rob a Target store. The video was taken by a surveillance camera, and the footage shows a semi-large fire growing in the women's clothing section of the store. This fire was no accident. The thieves set it in an attempt to distract people while they grabbed items and put them into large bags. However, because Target stores are so large, nobody really noticed the fire until it got very big. One thief stood as a lookout while the other 2 grabbed merchandise and shoved it into large bags. When the fire was finally noticed, the entire store was evacuated, forcing the thieves to have to leave too. They did take the bags with them as they evacuated the store, but the fire didn't do enough damage to stop the surveillance cameras from capturing clear images of their faces. The footage was played on local news after the event, and the thieves were identified and arrested. Man steals wine from Target. In this bizarre video, taken by a customer, a man brazenly steals at least a dozen bottles of wine from the shelves of a Target store. He carries a large sack and starts casually grabbing wine from off the shelves and placing them in the sack. The weirdest part of the video is how nonchalant the man is. Unlike other thieves, he makes no attempt to hurry or avoid people seeing him. It's almost as if this is just a regular day in the life for him, which it might just be. If you look closely, you can see an ankle monitor on one of his ankles, proving that this isn't the first time this man has had trouble keeping the law. Live snake found hiding on Target shelves. One Target shopper thought a snake toy had accidentally been left on the baked beans shelf of a Target, but when its tongue flicked out of its mouth, she realized that the snake was very real and alive.
I was going to take a photo, the tongue came out, and that's how I knew this is a real snake.
She immediately got out her phone and started filming. In the video, the snake slithers across the food shelves. The woman alerted a fellow customer who told the store associate. The associate was able to capture the snake and release it safely back outside. Luckily, it was a rat snake, a type of non-poisonous snake that's harmless to humans. Target customer angered by worker's mask. In this video, an angry woman was removed from a Target store after she got mad at one of the Target's workers for wearing a Black Lives Matter mask. Allegedly, the woman asked the worker to remove the mask because it offended her.
Taking any merchandise from me, I'm not touching anything.
Oh, you're not taking anything?
No,
Well, this is going to corporate.
This
is going to corporate. No, it already is, because I have a right to my opinion.
When the worker refused, the woman started causing a scene and was removed from the store. The video was taken from outside the store as the woman started yelling at the manager for removing her. She tries to convince the manager that the Black Lives Matter movement sucks, while the manager tries to explain to her that she was removed because she was disturbing other shoppers by yelling and screaming in the store.
So you should understand.
It's not all
You should
black
understand.
lives. It's not black lives, it's
I'm not gonna argue your
everybody.
opinion. We all
The woman clearly doesn't understand, as she starts filming on her phone and tells the manager that she'll be sending the video to corporate. It seems as though the woman may be suffering mentally, or at least in regards to her maturity, as she repeatedly makes unclear statements like, "I am everywhere," to try and defend herself.
I'm everywhere, okay?
I understand. And
You
then
don't. You
that
don't.
wasn't why you
The
were
Mets
asking
suck
me.
too.
No.
Thankfully, Target protected its workers by removing her. Angry woman destroys mask display. In a Target located in Arizona, one woman filmed herself as she tore down a mask display in the store. As she takes down the display, throwing all the masks down on the floor, she repeatedly states, "This is over."
This over. This over.
When employees try to stop her, she asks if it's because she's a white blonde woman and wears a $40,000 Rolex.
No, I'm not doing it. We don't want any of this anymore. This is over. No. No. Do you? Why? Why? You let everybody else do it. You let everybody else do it. Why I can't do it? Because I'm a blonde white woman?
The woman was removed from the store, and later police visited her at her home. She filmed them as she told them about conspiracy theories and how COVID-19 wasn't real. Later, the woman came forward and publicly apologized for her actions in the Target store. She claimed to have had a nervous breakdown after losing her business during COVID-19, and that she'd also been obsessively reading into conspiracy theories that prompted her to act out like that. Target store looted. After George Floyd was killed by a cop, the United States exploded with outcries against the tragedy. Protests formed across the states, and many turned violent. During one protest in Minnesota, people began looting the local Target. The video footage looks like a scene right out of a post-apocalyptic movie. Everything from the shelves had been taken, people were running in and out of the store with goods, a large fire was started, and people were walking around the streets with guns to protect themselves. The Target store was completely emptied during the riot. Woman chases man out of Target. In this video, a woman films herself talking to a man in a Target store. It's unclear what they're talking about, but then the woman points to the camera at him and asks if he remembers talking to her before. The man instantly starts running out of the Target.
Stop that guy! Call the cops! Call the cops on him! Call the cops!
The woman chases him out, yelling for people to stop him and call the police. She chases him all the way out to the parking lot and he gets in his car and leaves. The woman said she'd seen the man in the Target before and he had asked her super inappropriate questions that made her feel very uncomfortable. When the woman saw him again, she engaged in conversation with him so she could get a video of his face to turn into police.
That was what was going through my head, was just I had to get his face, I had to get something on him to put him out there and catch this guy. This was the second time in 2 years I knew that he was doing it to other girls.
Police weren't able to do much as the video didn't capture any inappropriateness of the conversation and was basically a he said, she said case. 3 men robbed Target. In this video, 3 gunmen run into the Target. One of the gunmen stands by the exit as the other 2 make their way to the cash register. An employee tries to escape, but the gunman standing by the exit stops her and forces her and another employee onto the ground. Less than a minute later, the other 2 gunmen return to the exit with a large armful of cash, and the 3 exit the store.
It's just a brazen act that's very dangerous and very, pulls at the fabric of our community in Emeryville.
The entire robbery took barely a minute. Because they covered their faces, police couldn't identify who the robbers were, and because the robbery was so fast, witnesses weren't able to give very much information to help either. Target loses $500 million from shoplifting. This video shows footage from Targets all over the country being hit by shoplifters. The crime's gotten so serious that it's no longer referred to as shoplifting, but as organized retail crime. Target calculates to lose more than $500 million this year from organized retail crime. The videos show people running into stores, grabbing items, and running back out. Most of the robbers will resell the merchandise that they stole. In response, Target and other retailers asked the US Congress to pass a bill that would make shoplifting more difficult. The bill is set to be voted on in the next few weeks. Possessed lights in Target parking lot. In this video taken by a Target shopper, the lights in the parking lot of the store begin to flash rapidly. The lights on the sign of the Target store also flash and flicker. It looks like something straight out of a horror movie. Other people in the parking lot look confused as to why the lights are acting so strangely. The video begs the question, was there just an electrical issue, or something more sinister responsible for this weird occurrence? Woman calls out creepy guy. A woman shopping in Target took a video of a man she saw taking pictures and videos of teenage girls who were wearing shorts in the store. She films herself yelling at the man to stop taking videos of the girls. The man denies that he did and tries to walk away from her, but the woman follows.
He was taking pictures of these teenage girls, and he's walking away because he's embarrassed.
The woman asks him to show her his phone if he didn't take the pictures of the girls. The man refuses to show his phone to the woman. The woman says that the man would show her his phone if he actually didn't take the pictures and that he's just embarrassed because he did take photos of underage girls in shorts.
Show me your phone then. Because if you don't have pictures of those teenage girls on your phone, then you should be willing to show.
Why would I show you anything on my phone?
Because you're being accused of something serious, and if you didn't do it, then it would be no problem.
The woman continues to follow the man to try and see his phone, but the man starts to leave. Bus driver hits 16 cars in Target parking lot. In this video, news footage shows the aftermath of a city bus that hit 16 cars in a Target parking lot. One woman said that she was turning left in the parking lot when the bus hit her and dragged her and her vehicle through the parking lot.
I was waiting for the light and the bus comes to me. I was in shock because, I'm just stopping over there and the bus just crashed me. It was like scary.
Another shopper came out of the store to find her car totaled and saw that it had been pushed 4 or 5 rows over by the bus. Officials say they suspect brake failure to be the cause of the accident. 4 people were injured and taken to the hospital, and 1 person was pretty critically injured. Woman steals electrical items from Target. In this video taken by security cameras, a woman enters a Target store, fills her cart to the brim with electrical items, and then walks out of the store without paying. Her cart is so full that a large TV falls out of the cart, but the woman makes no attempt to pick it up. She loads all the stolen merchandise into her car and then drives away. The woman is so calm and nonchalant. Even though she's stealing so much merchandise, she makes no attempts to hurry or to try and hide her identity. It's pretty clear that she believes that she's above the law and can just take whatever she wants without consequence. Luckily, security had noticed the woman while she was shoplifting in the store, as she was a repeat offender, and alerted the police. Shortly after leaving the parking lot, the woman was stopped and arrested by the cops. She was charged with shoplifting along with a lot of other crimes that she'd committed. Shoppers escorted out of Target after hearing gunshots. A Target shopper started taking videos after hearing gunshots when she was close to the main entrance of the store. After the shots went off, Target employees gathered all the shoppers to the center of the store. Police arrived and escorted everyone out of the store through a side exit. The shopper filmed the front of the store where she'd first heard the gunshots. 2 of the windows of the storefront had been completely shattered. The store was closed early as police investigated the shooting. Man threatens to bomb Target. In this disturbing video, a man films himself walking around Target telling people that he has a bomb in his backpack and asking if he should use it to bomb the Target.
Is it okay to bomb the Target with my backpack?
As he does this, he has the creepiest smile on his face. When he speaks to people, many of the other shoppers seem to be confused as to what he's asking. The man doesn't seem to mind and just laughs and then goes to ask the next person. Then he calls everyone around him to attention and tells the whole story that he has a bomb in his backpack and that he's going to use it to blow up the store.
Okay, everyone, there's a bomb in my backpack and I'm gonna bomb it.
He says that no one believes that he'll do it, but he will. The man was later arrested and no bomb went off or was even found in his backpack. It's unclear why the man would walk around threatening other shoppers like that. Before we play the last clip, you watched this far, so why not consider subscribing to our channel? I post 2 new scary videos every week, so subscribe to make sure you stay up to date with the latest new releases. Tornado hits Target. In this video, a tornado hits the Target. It blows the front entrance doors open and people can be seen running into the store to try and take cover. You can see the power of the storm as it tears down signs and blows merchandise across the floor. The woman taking the video tries warning other shoppers to take cover.
Oh God, okay, away from the door, guys. Like, it's a tornado, guys. Like, get out of there.
The video ends when the woman drops her phone as she's taking cover from the storm. There's no information about if anyone survived the tornado unharmed.